written by Langston Hughes, focuses on the struggles of black people in America, being African American during times of segregation and racism. Hughes tries to explain the contrast by saying that ebony hands for each ivory key. This poem is about unfairness and discrimination. Hughes is attempting to portray the disputed fact among the natures of two traditions in a white society and how they are intertwined with each other nonetheless. Langston Hughes is particularly known for his insightful, colorful portrayals of black life in America from the 20s through the 60s. He wrote novels, short stories, and plays, as well as poetry, and is also known for his engagement with the world of jazz and the influence it had on his writing. His life and work were enormously important in shaping the artistic contributions of the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s. He wanted to tell the stories of his people in ways that reflected their actual culture, including both their suffering and their love of music, laughter, and language itself. The Weary Blues was written in the 30s, which means that people were affected by the Great Depression and power of depression took over their lives, not death. The 1930s swept in the wave of somber blues and confessional ballads, a counterpoint that hadn't existed in the popular perception before, forever changing the quality of popular American music.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Schneller on the tenor saxophone.
Hughes uses the tone and melody of his blues to symbolize African Americans. The sad, raggedy tune he mentions refers to black people being victims of racism and prejudice and the trying times they had wanting and fighting to earn equal respect from society. It reflects the bad status of blacks in that era, yet their weariness about the discrimination and racial alienation. This poem enforces the idea of double voice of African American literature. African American literature draws upon two voices and cultures, white and black. The joining of these two dialogues produce the uniqueness of African American literature. Langston Hughes wants to celebrate the American black culture through the Weary Blues, depicting that their civilization is a culture of good feeling, peace, equality, and harmony through the use of a cultural symbol of jazz music.